Hello, it is Hobbs. It is Saturday, the sequel Saturday, Slashback Saturday. And today we're going to talk about the Horror Man selection for us this week for Slashback the sequel. He has asked us to do father slashers. And this one was a little bit tricky, but there was one that came to mind as soon as he told me that I knew. He knows about this one. That's right. We are going to do Venom. Venom today on Slashback the sequel. Well, let's get into this gem of a slasher movie. Now, this film came out in 2005. I'm really not for sure how many people know about this movie. I know Joe and myself put it on our top 20 slasher list. I believe that was for 90s slashers. And I know him and I both had it on our list. And this film came out in 2005. Now this is on a box set that I have. I believe you can get the Blu-ray for the same cost as the box set that I have here. I think at that time I was just hard up to see this movie when I bought it. And that's why I purchased it. I mean, there's really nothing else, in my opinion, that's really good on this box set but Venom. So this film takes place in Louisiana, the Bayou. You know, the swamps. That type of an area over there. And you have a whole bunch of kids that are teenagers that are doing what teenagers do. You know, they're eating at this diner and stuff, and they're having a good time, and you know, they're picking up food, and you know, there's this trucker that drives around from time to time that sees the kids, and you know, he's not really a mean guy. He's just kind of a guy that's kind of keeps to himself. I mean, he's got some passion. You know, he's got some words to be said, as you know, people do at times. And these kids always talk about this guy, you know. His name is Ray Sawyer. And let's just say one of the kids has a special link to him, okay? I don't want to give up the details on the film, but it plays part of the theme really well. Anyway, so he ends up driving away from the scene where the kids are at and everything, and they start kind of picking at him a little bit, talking about him a little bit. And, you know, as luck would have it, later on, two of the kids leave the little diner that they're at, and there is a woman who is stuck on a bridge, and her car is about to tip over the bridge. And just happens as the kids are driving by, so is the driver, Ray Sawyer, with the truck. He tells the kids, stay away from the bridge. I'm going to go help her. I'm going to save her. So he gets into the car. He ends up saving the girl. But in the process of going back in the car to get something that was a really specific belonging of hers, he gets in the car, and the car tips over the bridge. And inside of this briefcase that's inside of this car, there's these snakes. And there's snakes that come out of the briefcase and attack him as he is in the water and kill him. These aren't just any regular snake. These are voodoo snakes. And these contain the souls of 13 people in the past. And those snakes basically bite him, kill him as he's drowning, which really sucks. It's really not a good way to go out. But, I mean, you know, that's what makes this film extremely eerie. So next thing you know, as slashers have it, Ray comes back, and he's coming back with a vengeance, and he is hell-bent on killing anybody that's in his way at all, whether they're relatives or not. But like I said, I'm not going to tell you anything about the film. You're going to have to figure it out yourself. And then there's also a voodoo priest in this film. And there's a woman that practiced voodoo. And there's just so many you know, themes to the traditional Louisiana culture, you know, with the voodoo and the snakes and, you know, black magic and all of that stuff. And it's just really well done. I mean, this slasher, this gentleman, Ray Sawyer, that plays Venom, he has really brutal kills in this film. So let's go over, before I actually give it away, which I'm actually in the process of doing. I'm trying to stop myself from doing that. But let's go over the cons of the film. You guys are just going to go trust me on this one. It's also endorsed by Joe the Horror Man. You know, if he endorses it, it's a damn good film. The pros of the film, just the story itself is fantastic. I loved the eeriness of it. You know, you really don't get to see much of anything outside of the dark parts of the area. And even when it's the light of day outside, it's still creepy. It's very eerie. Almost gives you a claustrophobic feel during some of the scenes. And the kills were on point. The killer's almost unstoppable. It's almost like you have to cut him up in order to kill him. I mean, honestly, he's that brutal. And it's just, to my opinion, it's a throwback to the 70s, 80s slasher films. You guys, if you take a recommendation from me before and you enjoyed it or you didn't like it, trust me, this one is on point. You got to check out Venom. And highly recommended. Outside of that, before I give away too much, I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Happy Slashback. Catch up with you guys later. This is Hobbs. Always go check out Super Slash Bros. Peace.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from its slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash.